Happy New Year to all of you in Marquette University. It is my great honor to be representing ERA Thailand. Thanks to Mr. Paul Siwateshanon, CEO of ERA Thailand, for granting me this great opportunity. I am Nora, International Affairs and Project Coordinator of ERA Thailand. I am also an alumni of MUIC Computer Science back in the year 2014. So it is nice to meet all of you here. Today I will brief you on these 8 topics as listed here. And first and foremost, let me introduce the ERA to you. Are you familiar with these logos? These 3 logos represent our brand. And the first one on your left was used in Thailand since 1993. How many of you have seen this before? Honestly, I've never seen this, never once in my life. So in Thailand, our customers will be more familiar with the middle one. This could be easily seen on the signage along the main road. This logo has changed the perception of the real estate agency. To be frank, ERA Thailand has transformed the real estate agency industry in Thailand. Let me give you a background of a franchise business in Thailand. Franchise business model is more common in the consumer product line. Only a few people in Thailand know that real estate business also implements a franchise system. ERA is the first and largest real estate franchise in Thailand. In 1993, 7-Eleven convenience store was the first franchise business in Thailand, and ERA Thailand was the third one. So we are a pioneer of the real estate business, a real estate franchise network in Thailand, with a supporting system guaranteed by the international standards from the USA. ERA Thailand is confident to share our knowledge to those who wish to know how to successfully and professionally enter this real estate business. How did we start it? Back in the year 1990s, also known as the flourish era of the real estate market, Joladit Development PLC saw a new business opportunity from a positive trend of real estate growth in Thailand and around the world, according to the economic development plan of that era. Together with the good impression of the ERA service, the ERA franchise system was brought into operation in Thailand. He saw opportunities from a gap of unmet want in Thailand's real estate market. He introduced the ERA, a global brand recognized by nearly 40 countries around the world. Over 35,000 real estate professionals actively work together with 300 independently owned and operated offices worldwide for nearly 5 decades. So what was the gap of unmet want in Thailand real estate market in the year 1990s? Let's look at the real estate business cycle in that era. Since the year 1990s, these 5 steps are the success formula for every new project in Thailand, and probably applicable to every new project around the world. This was how the products enter the real estate market. Starting with the pre-sale phase, the developer will sell the units to the VVIPs, who might be their stakeholders, their family members or friends, and their loyal customers if they are popular in the market and have built many projects before. So this phase, normally the buyers won't get anything but the paper. They won't see anything but the blueprint because it's still the dream project. So the marketing strategy of this pre-sale phase will be the insider investors. It is a high risk, high return for this type of property investments. So next one is more common to the public. The grand opening phase will allow any speculative investors in the market or the real demand buyers who dares to put the money in without seeing the completed unit just yet. The selling price higher and the down payment is at least 10 to 20% of the total selling price. It could go up to 30 to 50% of the selling price if the buyers are foreigners. So in this phase, they will get the paper to reserve their unit, just like the pre-sale phase. But they might have a chance to see the showroom to get a feeling of what they will get once the construction of the project is completed. It is more common for this group of speculative investors to sell their units after the grand opening phase is end to get the capital gain, because in Thailand you don't have to pay for the capital gain tax. This step belongs to the salesperson of the new project in the past, but now it requires the real estate professionals to assist the investors. However, this type of property investment is no longer popular because of the oversupply of the condominiums. Let's go to the third stage, sales and marketing phase. This one will hire a professional marketing and sales consultant to boost the leftover, the outstanding units. I would say this part is where the real estate professional step in. Why? Because if the sales are all closed since the grand opening phase, the real estate professional will no longer be needed. But since the down payment requires a larger sum of money, and if the project is not the well-known brand, or if the competition is as high as it is now, the investors are less likely to pay for the down payment after booking it at the events. So the wise strategy to ensure that everyone who paid for the booking fee will proceed to the down payment is to hire the real estate professional to follow up with the leads and close the deal. In Thailand, normally the marketing and sales team will be hired after buying the land plots. So to say, the real estate agent sells the land blank to the developer and provides a so-called after-sale service as the new project consultant. However, it's not a common practice for the local developer with no well-known brand because they need to save cost. So in general, the real estate professional will be selected when the project's construction is nearly completed. So in our sense, we know that every work would not be a piece of cake. When it comes to our hand, our expertise will be the developer's solution and consultant to close sales of the completing projects. Next is the promotion phase. This phase is well prepared in order to achieve the last phase, closed. It might take up to months or years after the project is completed, which means if every unit of the new project is completely sold before the project's construction is completed, it's not completely so. The developer will have to take full responsibility for the common fee and maintenance costs of that outstanding units after the project's construction is completed. That's why the real estate professional must be carefully selected from the beginning. However, in Thailand, it's not a common practice because the developer tends to save cost. They will do it all by themselves from the beginning until the project construction is nearly completed. Then they will start selecting the real estate professional. It is more common to see the real estate agents will be gathered in the events and close sales during the promotion phase because the buyers will get a tremendous discounts and lots of good deals, such as free transfer fee, free furnitures, free first-year common area fee, for example. And last but not least, the close phase. This phase will transfer all the units of the project to the new owners, be it investors or homeowners. Then, when these investors or homeowners wish to sell their units. Then these units will be once again back to the market as the resale units. That's how the resale market takes place. And that's the tiny gap of unmet want that our CEO saw in the year 1990s. How was that gap of unmet want? Let's look at the investor. Let's look at how the investors or the homeowners sell their units in the year 1990s. This example is when the homeowners wish to sell their home in the year 1990s, before ERA started operating in Thailand. It was common to see such a sign. How do they communicate? The prospective buyers would just knock on the door and ask for the selling price. No fancy billboard or signage. The prospective buyers will be those who live in the neighborhood or someone who came to visit their friends and happened to see the for sale sign. Do you see the problem now? Like I mentioned earlier, ERA Thailand has transformed the real estate agency industry in Thailand, especially in the resale market. That's our strength when you think of the resale market. We are a pioneer to start marketing the way you see now, where no one did back in the year of 1990s. Furthermore, the resale market supply is quite scattered in the locations when the prospective buyers like doctors, investors, expats wish to buy the house. They don't know where to go except walking on the street and looking for the for sale sign. ERA launched the new marketing model called channel and network marketing. We train our agents to be real estate professionals and work in their locality. Then, we share our commission when the deal is closed. We set the standard commission scheme, and so that we can share the resale units, also known as the listings, with one another under the brand ERA. This helps the prospective buyers to get what they want more quickly. The landlords have their units sold more quickly when they hire ERA agents to work for them. We have a slogan, one listing for 2,000 ERA agents looking for the buyers. We don't charge any marketing fee until the deal is closed. That is why this model has transformed the resale market in Thailand. It becomes ERA's strength when you think of the resale market in Thailand's real estate. We have been operating for nearly 3 decades, so our database is big enough to match the buyers and sellers more quickly. We also improve our services to enable the faster close sale for the real estate agent to earn more with ERA, so that we will have more agents working together to serve our customers in the real estate industry. So, as I mentioned earlier, ERA Thailand has transformed the real estate agency industry and becomes a word of mouth to think of ERA when they want to sell their home. Our reputation has reached the government bodies because the transactions of the resale market is huge. However, our relationship with the government bodies starts with the training session. We train our new agents to be aware of the importance of the real estate professionals. Our new agent could be anyone who wishes to enter this real estate business professionally and successfully. We support them with our tools and knowledge along with our global network to make them achieve their sales more effectively within 90 days after signing the exclusive agreements. This raised the awareness of our profession, and the government bodies start to be part of the industry in the year 2011. ERA Thailand has participated with TPQI as the certified body for the real estate agents. TPQI, or Thailand Professional Qualification Institute, mainly qualifies the real estate professionals and ranks them with the professional level, which could be a prototype of the licensed agent in the near future. The other government body that cooperates with ERA Thailand is AMLO, or Anti-Money Laundering Office, in a case of reporting suspicious transactions. Since the real estate industry drives the overall economy, because each transaction involves a high amount of money, many parties are also involved in one transaction. So, for example, the deal of a big land plot in the middle of Bangkok with the cooperation between ERA and AMLO, Anti-Money Laundering Office. The government could at least be at ease because any transaction above 2 million baht or approximately 67,000 USD US dollar with an exchange rate of 1 USD equal to 30 baht will be reported and updated to the government via AMLO. We also set the standard agreements in the real estate agent industry to ensure that every work will get paid after it's completed. Such agreements also ensure that the customers will receive the service that the real estate agents should deliver as expected. In addition, we also offer services that are universal for our customers, which later become the standard service that every real estate agent should know in order to become professional real estate agents. There are 4 main categories in the real estate industry. Number 1, new project marketing. This is the marketing for the developers, as I mentioned earlier about the real estate business cycle. The developer will select the real estate professional to work with them. If the project has not been created and the real estate agent works with the developer since the land plot is being sold, then we will call this marketing strategy as the new project business consultant. The consultant team will include the real estate professional marketeer and top sales manager to work with the developer in order to strategize the marketing plan before the project is being built. ERA Thailand also offers the service after the project is completed, but the marketing and sales strategy will be different from what I mentioned earlier. The target of this period would be how to close sales as quickly as possible. So we are adding more like the new project solution for the developer to close every unit of the project. Number 2, resale marketing. This is, I would say, the most well-known expertise of ERA Thailand, since ERA Thailand started with the unmet want in Thailand's real estate. There is no wonder why we have been the master of the resale property market in Thailand for nearly 3 decades. With the big data we've got from the beginning and the innovative tools we've got from our ERA network, we can close sales more effectively and more quickly. Especially last year, during COVID-19, though the situation was quite tough for the agents, but our sales was still going up in contrast with the other business. Many unemployed came to us and applied to be our agent. They could earn quite fast because they are real demand buyers. There are real demand buyers when the speculative investors need to sell their units as quickly as possible. So the price is dramatically dropped down to the point that the real demand or the investors who have enough money would earn more capital gain when the market is back to its normal in the next couple of years. It's the opportunity of the property traders and also the real estate agent to earn in this crisis. Move to number 3, rental property management. It is like our lifetime service to earn the passive income of as a real estate agent. Though the COVID-19 has affected the rental of the condominium, but it's not affected the rental of the land blank for the factory use. In fact, from the report of our agents in Chonburi, we've got more tenants last year. The rental transactions were quite impressive. It's also the service that most of the foreigner investors would love to get from the agent, since traveling to Thailand is impossible. So they were relying on the rental yield during this crisis. Plus, the exchange rate profit they would earn after the situation come back to normal. This is another service where our agent and customers choose to work with ERA. The last one, investment consultant. The property investment segment is any property with the selling price ranging above 50 million baht, approximately 1.7 million US dollars in downtown Bangkok, and above 10 million baht or 332,000 US dollars in suburban areas. It could be the 5-star hotels or the aquarium. It could be new project, resale or rental. But the price differentiates them from the others. The marketing strategy is totally different and requires expertise real estate professional to deal with this group of investors to buy or sell or rent luxury properties. These 4 categories are the basic ERA service that serve our customers as the home buyers and sellers expecting to receive from ERA agents. However, we've got the main ERA service of excellence, which is a set of services to our partner ERA agents, so-called ERA agents, like training sessions for the new agent to get started, supporting tool and team to enable the agents work more effectively, the lead generator service for the agents to match the buyers and sellers more quickly, the global network to expand the real estate market, and enable the international referral to buy, sell, rent properties outbound, and certified real estate specialist program to recognize our agents' potential and hard workship, and certify them to be the expertise among the other ERA agents worldwide. Because our partner agents are also our loyalty customers who drive the ERA business to where we are now. So we have to provide services that serve our agents to work best to satisfy their customers and in return become our loyalty customers. That is part of our business strategy. A word of mouth has brought ERA Thailand come to this point. The core concept of every ERA franchise is to be independently owned and operated. That is how ERA survived in this real estate business for nearly 3 decades. ERA is a standard protocol to be applied in accordance with the locality. Thailand has no license, but we set our standard to allow everyone working together as one ERA. Everyone is worry-free when they share their listings among one another, because they know that once the deal is closed, everyone will get their share. That also fastens the deal, which please both buyers and sellers to get what they want within the time frame. Everyone is happy to work with ERA. We once went to southern part of Thailand, where everyone knows that the southern people are quite difficult to get along with. But once you've got into their heart, they will give it their all. That's how ERA Thailand started to expand their franchise in Thailand quite fast in a couple of years. That's how we create the competition in the real estate agency industry. We've transformed the local agents to know how to sign the agreement and work with the protocol. It's difficult at first to make everyone understand all the papers we need in order to complete the transaction. But once we can close the deal effectively with the foreigners, which was quite rare in the past, it's how we create the new wave of the real estate agents who wish to go beyond their locality. Since Thailand has no licensed agent, any Thai can become a real estate agent. This becomes our weak point to retain our agents to work with us. However, we take it as a great opportunity because our commission scheme allows our agents to work freely with other non-ERA agents and still get the fair share. If ERA agents work with the former ERA agents who are now our competitors, we train our agents to think on the positive side that they know our norm. So it's easier to deal with the co-brokerage because they know how we work and they are using the same standard of co-brokerage as ERA. ERA is proud to set the standard co-brokerage scheme in Thailand, which is fair for everyone and is applicable to international trade as well. That is why we think competition is good for our customers to match the sellers and buyers faster. We turn our competitors to be our friends, our business partnership for co-brokerage, and we do it quite often because we don't really have ERA agents in every 77 provinces in Thailand. So we work with the non-ERA agents and work together under the same scheme. We now have 20 offices across Thailand, only an agent in northern Thailand. So we do the co-brokerage quite often. And who knows, one day they might be interested in our commission scheme and turn themselves in as our agent in the near future. That happens quite a lot lately. We allow the agents to work with us as the agents, franchisee, or the referral partners. We do have options that provide our customers to earn their income in a way they like. It's not really the competition in the market since the more real estate professional, the merrier. The key success of our business is to grow more people like us to work together. In the future, if they wish to grow on their own, we offer them to be our franchisee. If they don't want to, at least we have more people who know the ERA system and are willing to work with us in the same scheme, which is easier for our next generation to work with them and earn more quickly. So all in all, I am truly appreciated to be representing ERA Thailand on our ECEO behalf. I wish to thank Ms. Warada who gave me this opportunity to present ERA Thailand to you guys. If you wish to visit our office after the lockdown, feel free to contact me. I hope today will be of use, and if you need to know anything in more details, feel free to contact me as the contact I gave here. Thank you all so much for joining this class, and hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful grade this year.